Okay, this is part 2 of our moon salutations. We're going to continue on one more time round, stretching a little bit more as our final poses. We'll come back to the top of the mat again, coming into mountain pose. So you find your mountain pose again. Creating that lotus flower. Just take a little bit more time as you ground in. Take that deep breath in and the arms raise. Taking a deeper back bend, even maybe supporting the back bend. And then fold forward. Taking it all the way back up. And then hands to heart center. Halfmoon Leans. Again, take it up. Take that deep breath in. Take a little bit more time. A little slower. Take longer breaths. Back to center. The inhale lengthens, exhale, opposite direction, deep breathing. Hands to heart center. Stepping the right foot back. Take it into triangle pose. With this triangle pose, you might find a little different challenge. Maybe the bottom hand reaches out, top hand reaches out. And all the way back up. Pyramid, hips forward, any version with the arms that you would like. And then back up. All right. Instead of dropping to our knees, it's a high lunge. So taking a deeper, longer length, sink down, yet make that back leg strong. Hands on the hips or opt arms up. Go ahead and bring the hands down to the top of the mat. Runner's lunge. And from here, shift a little bit forward and come with that leg raising up, 3-point warrior. Stay in there or take it to the splits where you bring your forehead towards the knee, the leg kicks up. And then bring that leg back down. All right. Lift yourself back up to standing. Come into the long edge of the mat. Take it forward to a forward fold. The arms might come out. You might grab opposite ankles. Hands might come to the center. Any version here of a wide leg forward fold. Take a few breaths. Bringing yourself up, either rolling up or the traditional arms out and work your way back up. All right, hands on the hips. Pivot yourself now to the opposite end of the mat, and we're going to just change it up a little bit because of how it works for the sequencing. Go ahead and bring yourself into your lunge to start. Hands come down to the mat. Come up into your 3-point warrior. Or you're taking it into the splits. And then the foot comes down. Lift yourself up so we can do pyramid. Hips forward. Think about what you did on the other one. I believe some of us did behind, arms forward. Try to do the same. Bring yourself forward. And then all the way back up. Trikonasana. Stepping ourselves wide. And we take it into that triangle. So remember we did the arm lifted, maybe the arm extended, whatever version you did. Just keep that in your mind. Finishing this round. And then bring yourself back up. Hands on the hips, feet both point towards long edge of the mat. And then plie, and let's come in to a squat. Moonflower squat. Find the steady breath. And then extend and reach out, 5-point, big even slight back bend. And then stepping to the top of the opposite end of the mat. And here we come into our mountain pose. In the mountain pose, taking deep breaths, long breath in. Long breath out. Okay. One more round we're going to go. And you're going to go to the right. I'm going to take myself back so you guys can see me. But we start again in our mountain pose, bringing the lotus flowers. Take a moment just to be grateful for the life you do have. I know it's a little stressful right now, but there's so much to be grateful, and just take a moment for gratitude. And then at your own pace, and we'll meet back up to do the Halfmoon Leans, but just find that stretch, reach up, the back bend, then the forward fold, and just using this time, any movements, any extra stretching. And then hands back to heart center. Taking it to Halfmoon Leans. All right, so we start with that deep breath in, the exhale to the left. Just trying to find more space. Come back to the center, deep breath in, lengthen tall. Exhale, other direction. to the center. So from here, you will step the right foot back into your triangle. Okay, so come back into triangle, right foot back into your triangle. You're going around the mat. All right, this is our final set of triangles, so go ahead and take this triangle, any version. Maybe you feel like you'd like it to be more of a side angle than triangle. You're welcome to take those choices. And then come back up. Pivot around. Find our lunge. If you prefer to drop to the knee, you can drop to the knee. We will go down to do a lizard lunge in just a few moments. If you're not to your knee, drop down to the knee. All right, so we're going to take it into lizard. If you're familiar with lizard, just go into it. The lizard will kind of take us deeper and deeper in. We're letting the stretch go in the front thigh. Hands can come down on the inside of the leg. All right, so maybe right here is where you are. Maybe you go deeper and deeper. I'm going to turn and just explain some options here. You might come really low. And you might even find yourself that the knee drops off, your forearms are on the mat, and this is a wonderful stretch for you. Go ahead and breathe into that pose. Being careful. We've stretched a lot. We should be able to find depth. There never should be any pain in these stretches, in these movements. Take a couple more breaths. And then we'll take it into pigeon pose. So taking that front knee, dropping it down, crossing in front of us. Again, I'll come in front so you can see. So the leg will go across, the back leg slides down. Stay in a moment in this high pigeon, just allowing stretch. Our knee is towards the same hand. Our other foot is going towards our other hand. So be your left knee towards your left hand, left foot towards right hand. Take a couple deep breaths up tall, and as you feel ready, you might find that this is also one where you lean down deeper. Try not to let that hip slide over to the side. Keep the hips pointing down. All right, slowly bring yourself back up, lifting up, letting the chest open, heart opens, collarbone shines, even feeling, if you want, let the head go back a little bit. From here, it is down dog. So allow yourself to find your down dog. Work your way into down dog with a lot of bend or not. A couple more deep breaths in your down dog positioning. And another option is child's pose. And then let's walk our feet and our hands together to a forward fold, and allowing ourselves to come up to standing. Take a deep breath and stretch, reach up and hands to heart center. Okay. Now we're facing the long edge of the mat, and you are going to the right, and you're going to be facing on the right edge. Spread the legs out wide, and again, a forward fold. Flat back, hands at the top. Do a little spinal twist. Bend in the knees if you need to. Hands are down. Take one arm and just pivot into a spinal twist, allowing the upper body to go with you. Your hand can be on your hip. It might be a slight little turn. and then back to the center. Do the same on the other side, just noticing how it could be different. And breathing into the tight spots, the open spots. And then both hands come back to the center. Walk yourself now, and you're going to be walking to the right, to your right ankle. All right, you're going to step yourself back into down dog. From down dog, we're going into our pigeon first. So you might drop to the knees, or you take that right knee to the right wrist and come into pigeon first. All right, again, a few breaths up tall, pigeon. And then if it's right for you, lower yourself down all the way. Lift back up. From here, we are going to take that lizard. So we do have to kind of lift ourselves up and rearrange, taking the right foot forward. All right, so it's going to be the opposite leg that you did before. So taking it forward and lowering down again, like I showed. You might find that knee goes out on this side or it doesn't stay. And you might forearms. There's lots of options here. Just lean into it. Breathe into it. And then bring yourself up, lift up that back leg, step your leg back to a plank all the way to down dog. All right, it'll be right foot forward for lunge. All right, for me, I'm on the opposite. So right foot forward, come into your lunge. We did a lunge, and it'll be triangle. All right, from here it's your Trikonasana, triangle pose, finding that space. Remember what you did. Maybe you did a bind, arm reached. Biggest thing to remember is doing the same thing you did on one side, on the other side. And then we bring ourselves back up. Whew, wide leg forward, pointing to the long edge of your mat. If you feel like one more fold, go ahead and fold forward in this wide leg fold. If you're feeling like that is enough folds, you can come into mountain pose or a 5-point star. And then we meet at the top of the mat where we started. Come back into your mountain pose. Observe, notice. And step your feet a little wider apart. Trying to go down into that low squat, like a goddess squat. So if you need to fold your mat or anything, take yourself as low as you can. You might want to go more in the middle of the mat. Taking yourself down into this goddess squat. Any version of it. And then bring yourself down all the way to a seated position. Maybe a little butterfly. deeper breaths. And then come into boat and slowly make your way down to the mat. You may be finding that your way down to the mat is slow and careful, or you might work with that boat into the canoe, into that paddleboard, all the way down to the mat, and find yourself laying on the mat. Take a long, deep breath in, then let the breath all the way out. Try to find a little bit of stillness. So you just allow the body to absorb this workout. Let the mind just focus on the breath. You always can have bent knees if that's more comfortable, but just taking a few minutes in Shavasana here. And then slowly create the movement with your fingers, your toes, ankles. You can move your head, nod it back and forth. And when you feel ready, just rolling over to one side for a few moments. Gently pushing yourself up to any seated position. I know we're not together physically, but we're all here. Let yourself just take a few moments. Find the calm. Deep breath in, deep breath out. One more. If you'd like, bringing your hands together to heart center into Namaste, maybe a slight bow of the head. It's been my honor and privilege to guide you through this practice. And may you be safe, may you be happy, may you be healthy, may you live in peace. Namaste. So I hope that this was a good set of class for you, if you did both. And if you find you want a little bit more time in Shavasana, you could just pause and just take as much time in Shavasana as you need. You're welcome to use these videos, do it as often as you want, just be safe. You could extend it, doing a few more times around the mat. It's a fun practice. I like doing it, and I miss my regular moon salutation partners, but I'm glad to share this with you, and I hope that you find the practice good. If you have any questions and not sure what a pose is or something, you are welcome to reach out to myself or any of our yoga instructors at Henschel's, if that's where you're at. But just hoping that this helps you find a little bit of stillness. I find that class time of taking long time, by the time you get towards the end, you're just so much more calm and just at ease, and the body just feels warm and open. So do this as much as you'd like, and let me know if you're enjoying it. And I appreciate you taking time for the videos. I'll put it on my YouTube and send it to some of your friends. I think we're going to try to get it on to Hansel's as well. So see my my aerial that I am so privileged to have as well. I really like it and happy to have all this opportunity to have this in my house and stay in my house as well. But I do miss my yogi friends and other friends, but yogi's special. Anyway, be safe, do what we need to, stay in, just keep yourself safe. Hugs, and again, namaste. Take care. Bye.